afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, amazing, riveting Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane. Master Propaganda, your one true source of company here's entertainment. Off here to a 1 vs 1 on Faymonville Approach in the north. It's, well, we called him Dean last time, so we'll call him Dean again. It's the guy from Korea with an avatar on his Steam profile with a cat wearing a very cute hat. Fighting here for America, freedom, democracy, with the 4th Armored Division with Armour Company versus in the south, we got Nerbo fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland with Jaeger Infantry Doctrine. Taking on the role here of the 9th Panzer Division with double infantry Panzerfaust, triple infantry here for Dean. Assault units moving out here for Dean in the south. We got Rierson setting out here, well, south centre, but they are on a southbound course. Certainly the Armour Company has very much received, boost in overall playability after the assault units got buffed. Even after they got nerfed, there's still plenty of people who commit heavily to the assault unit since the 5-man squad there is pretty good. In fact, it's better than the 5-man Wehrmacht assault grenadier squad. Feels a bit better when you consider the Austrians kinda, naff. Anyways, securing points here. Nerbo heading, interesting if he's trying to secure the centre, but no sort of big mesh. He's not exactly where the fuel is, and he does leave himself vulnerable here to a push for the fuel point in the north. He's going also for a sniper start. Very interesting choice here versus the Americans to go for sniper start. I mean, he can work out, but depending on the situation, they can find himself gaining less traction. More rifle out there for Dean here, just with 1 assault unit squad, 2 rifle squads then clearly. Sniper out there for Nerbo. I'm saying also when you're considering he's going for sniper start, the fact he went out for such a broad opening additionally feels a bit weird. So not necessarily what I would call a optimal move here from Nerbo, and could bite him a bit in the arse. But he needs to retreat against the assault units before they get wiped out. The grease guns are doing heavy damage. They could see a wipe here with a bit of bad luck there for Nerbo. So of course now it's going to have an impact there on Dean in the longer run, but for now losing a grenadier squad like that is quite painful. Imagine he was trying to buy time for the sniper to catch up with the assault units and he began bleeding out the way in winning engagement. In this case, he basically judged incorrectly and got punished. Still, he's made some progress around the center with the pioneers, so they're close to being wiped out. Overall, a weaker start here for Nerbo. And the 9th Panzer Division, Dean here taking up aggressively versus Nerbo, who's going to really have to, do some heavy lifting with that sniper to really earn it in, particularly after again losing that grenadier squad. And again, that's why it can be dangerous to go for sniper start like that. I mean, you do lose a lot of map control and other elements, so if you make a mistake, it's going to hurt a lot. He's going to definitely also need an MG4 to have a better chance here versus Dean. In particular, those assault engineers can allow close in very quickly with the grease guns. And they'll attempt to make a more cheaper and mass-producible submachine gun than the Thompson. And he may or may not have inspired somewhat by the German MP40, which of course was rather quickly becoming the standard for a very easy to manufacture submachine gun that was also pretty cheap to do so. Similarly, the Sten was very much inspired by the MP40. Anyways, right from season territory right next to Nerbo's base, more grenadiers they're arriving. I mean, so we're not seeing a lot of engagements after this sort of first initial pushes here, but wearing off. Nerbo obviously is trying to build up his forces. He's very much in defense. He cannot afford to make a great big push here. He could risk, taking heavy losses there against Dean, and Dean is so far also taking a bit more of a slow approach here. Probably due to the sniper, he's not particularly enthusiastic about just, barreling into Nerbo. But there you go. Push here for the fuel, push around the car point there. Sniper sort of trying to figure where to shoot, rifling in from the other side. Can they see again? We sort of see a bit of an issue for them again. His forces scattered widely, and the problem is one-on-one, the grenadiers tend not to perform very well unless you got like G43s, which can do decently, or you kind of need the veteran squad upgrade for them to really do well. But otherwise, I mean, one-on-one, the grenadiers versus the Americans are not very good. It's why you want to work them together, and preferably with the heavy machine gun there to really that way win your, majority of engagement versus the Americans. So Nerbo here definitely not playing what I call a recommendable Wehrmacht early game versus the Americans. I mean, it can still work out and all that, and if you can sort of swing it around with the sniper and whatnot, it's not obviously all hope lost already, but very crucially, he's going to have to work really hard here, and there's also the possibility that Dean might make some mistakes. Ambulance on the way there for Dean, pioneers sitting northwards. Bunker up. Captain setting out. 4 kills. 5 kills. Take up done. Heading for the center victory point. Rifle almost got the field from there, now moving up again. Grenadiers ready to support. No upgrade yet here for Nerbo. More light machine guns, obviously that's because he's going for the medic bunker first, which obviously makes a lot of sense. He can't build the light to make a nice company, of course have to goes for it first, or what he does. But Dean so far is occupying a lot of good territory. We got the captain there getting the BAR, the Browning automatic rifle. 7 kills on the snipers, they've been sort of slowly racking up the death toll there on Dean and his 4th Armoured Division. It's now moving ahead here. And we got nothing further happening here in Dean's space. We got the ambulance out to help provide healing there. But obviously versus the sniper's not going to matter so much because the sniper tends not to leave any wounded, just corpses. And they're medics, not, you know, Jesuses. They can't resurrect people. So using the fuel point here, more aggressive bold move there by Nerbo. We can also go for the command squad, which also would help out a bunch here, I think, versus opponent. We got an MD4 on the way there for Nerbo. Very good reasons there versus sniper. Getting suppressed here, the sniper with 9 kills, veterans 1. Little star on his shoulder. We got the MD4 that's slowly approaching. Sniper needs to be careful. He's getting rushed down here by Dean's infantry, and there we go. And Nerbo retreats. Almost got the fuel point in. That's going to ensure that Dean doesn't get too big of a fuel here on Nerbo. But he is striking the car point. MD4 almost done. Continuing to harass up here. Not bad, I think, approach here from Nerbo, I suppose, after the initial mishaps. Again, it is risky, but if he can sort of get Dean to focus on the sniper, he should have a chance here to turn things around. MD42 out there, still understand they like to make a nice company, that we can see the pioneers retreating so the match won't happen, and we also, of course, have potential the command squad to have pressure. Dean here going for the pack howitzer, certainly seeing some increase in usage. As people realise, hey, it's good because he got nerfed for a reason. I mean, overall, it's still pretty damn good. It's in theory just easier to kill if you can get close to it. And obviously, in particular smaller maps like this, it's going to be difficult anyway, so I'm just going to park it as close as possible to their own base. So, there's an argument here that the nerf essentially didn't really do much except highlight the pack howitzer is really good. Ironically. Captain heading south for the fuel point. Got lots of mines here from Dean. Lots of mines. And so far here by Nerbo's not going for any minesweepers. Probably going by the usual sort of approach the Americans, which they tend not to lay mines. Which of course is where Dean's got Nerbo outmaneuvered. Machine car up the centre where there's nothing else he's really controlling. Jaeger command squad available. He should definitely pop that one since a 5-man Grenadier squad with G43s for just 300 manpower is ridiculously good. In particular also in the factory in the free ambush camouflage, which of course is also a really good ability. So he should definitely go for that one. He's first going for the 2-2. Also makes sense. Of course, that's the captain. It's going to be, you know, possibly countered by the anti-tank gun, but still, you know, pretty good choice there. A well-handled 2-2 is quite the threat there to an American player, well, generally any allied infantry. Flamethrowers up here. Until I found the machine gun here, should be using it to cap territory, to be honest. If I'm just parking into the house, that was less efficient there by Nerbo. And there's them back for healing enforcement. There go to the trap. Sniper there with 12 kills. 13 kills. To the sniper rolling out, going to be saying northwards. Things are slowly beginning to heat more and more up. Captain flanking in there. Tutu's going to move to cover the flank of the MD42. Though he's going to have to retreat the machine gun nonetheless because that's getting murdered fast. He should actually move up to Tutu to block the machine gun so his opponent can't grab it. But right here, Nerbo ends up being too slow. Yeah, command squad is right to losing the MD42 like this is grim stuff here for him. But on the other hand, he's going here to wipe the captain, which of course will at least alleviate concern somewhat. Plus, being too ready to take out the ambulance. We got the bazooka teams on the way for Dean. Ooh, can he get it now? Oh, he got the captain. He got the captain again. It's not quite going to fully compensate for the loss of the MD42 or the Grenadiers, but it's going to help a bit. On the other hand, looks like another unit almost got wiped here, though. So, slowly beginning to work out there for Nerbo. He is beginning to show a bit more teeth, and he's beginning to deliver a bit more serious blows here to Dean. There you go. The 8 command squad is definitely going to be a crucial vanguard unit here for Nerbo. A very much above average Grenadier squad there, with actually 3 G43s there, meaning they can lay down some heavy firepower versus the Americans, which is one of the reasons why Jaeger Infantry is a pretty good doctrine versus the if you get counter Americans, since you just get a lot of G43s which tend to do well, and of course you get the command squad which does really well versus the Americans. Sniper there eventually 19 kills. 2-2 flanking the MU-42, grabbing the southern fuel point here, back again for the fatherland here for the 9th Panzer Division. Mason bringing up here, we're going straight for line of fire of the sniper. There we go, down to 2 men. Panzer Grenadiers here would be an excellent choice for Nerbo. More machine gun assaults, but I really think you should prioritise a Panzer Grenadier squad here versus Dean. But obviously, considerations for anti-tank weapons might also, be really high on the wish list. I'll wait back to gaining the fuel points here, wiring off a lot of stuff. There we go, southern fuel secured once more for Germany. And there we go, Nerbo is going for the Panzer Grenadier, excellent choice. Also works well with the ambush camouflage, by the way. Lots of bars up here though for Dean, a very nice counter push here versus Nerbo. It's going to make things a bit more risky, particularly with the sniper. New captain out here for Dean. Certainly highlighting just how useful the captain is here. Come up as the advancing rifleman. Bit outgunsing with, 5-man and triple G43s. I mean, 2 rifle squads with barns is going to be a bit much. Assault shouting is going to do with the G43s singing out there. Assault suffering man losses. Punch guns are ready for Nerbo. This is where Nerbo would have benefited, I think, from ambush camouflage, and he's going to increase the accuracy more, making them more lethal versus the advancing assault engineers. Still, he's getting some good damage in there. Back here healing, reinforcements and some repairs as well. Sniper with 22 kills. Panzer going to be the advancing. Grenadiers backing up very good. Still no upgrade there for them. Captain is taking heavy damage. Quickly focus down the assault engineers instead of bigger flame with the flame. There you go. Geballte bang grenade and pop goes the weasel. Almost getting a second captain here. Jaeger command squad setting out to being repaired. Grenadiers reinforcing. Healing. Sniping out at 24 kills. Dean, though, still in an excellent position. He's able to take a hit here, whereas Nerbo is far behind. He is going to need anti-tank guns to really stand a decent chance versus Dean. Grab the point here. He's heading for the northern victory point as well. And they're going to south. Riflemen as the Jaeger command squad, but they're moving too far ahead. They're not paying attention to the key for the fuel wielding. Jaeger command squad is reaping a horrific toll on the riflemen. Easily winning that engagement with nary any damage suffered. Pack Carter's hand away so far, no kills, but that can easily change. Easily. Pack 40 in the weather since Nerbo definitely knows what the fuel score is, and that is very much going to get hit by tanks soon. So getting Pack 40s out is going to be crucial. Of course, you can't just rely on those solely, since if Dean decides to go for the bulldozer shim, the Pack 40s might find themselves struggling a bit more. Always sniper roaming about here, to zooming in as well. It's going to poke about here close to Dean's base. Nerbo still got a small... Well, he's got roughly now the same size force, but still he has to be more aggressive. He's got to try and push Dean onto the defense, make him feel less comfortable. Getting some kills on the Pack Howitzer crew. Also forcing the ambulance reposition by threatening that one. Nice play there. And he clears out the Pack Howitzer with a sniper. I mean, he can't destroy it right away, but still just swiping in there, puts psychological pressure on Dean. And he gets another kill. It's almost like he's some sort of supervillain trying to tell Dean, aha, nowhere is safe. I can hit anyone you care about, even your precious ambulance. You get the point. 2-2, they're rolling back, ground points over the Jaeger command squad, closing on veterans 1, back here, troops in and enforcing, Panzer Grenadiers, and we got ambush camouflage for them. Thumbs up. Well positioned and ambush camouflaged Panzer Grenadier squad can actually do quite a bit of damage with assault rifles, in particular once they get the high levels of veterancy. There you go, Jaeger command squad to the advancing rifleman. Doing some heavy damage. Sadly, they're firing on the major rather than the advancing rifleman, missing some good hits there still, getting some good kills there, still have to retreat, and we got grenades up for Dean. Smoke screen there from the major, goes for the center victory point, very nice, comes up against a sniper and anything else. Thumbs up there to Dean, he tries to grenade the retreating Jaeger command squad, nice work as well. Pack Howitzer there, I think, actually ends up hitting one of their own. Nope, didn't quite. Because they could take out the major though. 2-2 joining in, that's going to be a major wipe there against Dean and America. Nerbo now looking in a much stronger position despite, the earlier mishaps. The Panzer going to lead the 2-2 the Jaeger command squad. Even the sniper, of course, having an impact as the game progresses. Slowly wearing down Dean, of course. Dean's going to have to switch over to the American late game strategy, just hitting hard with a lot of tanks before he gets absolutely destroyed by Nerbo. And he brings up the might of the Third Reich. Second Pack 40 on the way here though. Certainly the might of the Third Reich is a bit delayed. Stuck in traffic. Mein Gott, Jürgen! I told you to take the Third Reich at Adolf Hitler Straße. But they call everything Adolf Hitler Straße. How am I supposed to know which one is the right Adolf Hitler Straße? Now we're stuck here. Well, Find the right Adolf Hitler Straße and get to the front line. Second pack 40, they're almost done. Two with 4 kills. Veteran 2. I think he's going to try for it. He's going to try and raid the base here. Sneaky there. Some players like to raid, American bases for the ambulances, while a base attack on the Americans is highly impractical due to these basically absorbing larger shots and the base building supposed to be incredibly tough. If you can still just sneak in and do the, knock out the ambulance from time to time, that can still have an impact on the Americans. Obviously, slowing down the healing, but in terms of resources, the ambulance at 250 manpower and 10 fuel is actually kind of expensive, so you have to force your opponent to keep replacing them. It can actually slow them down quite a bit, and there's also just the psychological effect of it. Panzers there sort of waiting, ready to spring their trap. Ready to spring their trap, Helmut. Spring the trap. Helmut. Helmut. I mean, this would be a really good time just to pop the ambush. Again, get that full ambush camouflage. He's preoccupied with the fight here to push for the enemy base. Didn't get the ambulance, though. Sniper at ace level. And there we go. No, you gotta do things in the correct order, otherwise you just sort of pop out of it. The ambush camouflage bonus does not trigger. Like, you have to order them to attack out of ambush camouflage. Like, just, disengage the, fire there, it won't trigger. So you have to order them to attack, in which case I'd recommend using attack move. So in which case, if you misclick, they're not just going to move, they're going to properly begin. They'll just do nothing. So, bit of a trick there. Had he done that, I think those riflemen would have suffered a lot more. But anyways, enough about that. He's going to have to take up sooner here versus Dean and the 4th Armored Division. The ambulance has been forced to reposition a lot of times because he's now trying here. Again, he's really starting to get worried about Nerbo raiding the base and taking out that ambulance. And who knows, one day he might actually succeed. Gunneers, they need to retreat soon. Mines being laid down here by Dean. No, by these haven't gone off. And so far I think Nerbo has no clue that his opponents have been mining quite consistently. Troop ceiling reinforcing, good to go. Should get that tech going soon. Pack 40s is just waiting for any American tanks to move in. He'd still, I think, benefit from a machine gun to cover it up. As for Dean, he's got plenty of resources. He can go for whatever piece of armor he wants to. Unless he wants to go for the Bulldog Sherman, in which case, of course, he has to wait for that one. But I'd recommend just a regular Sherman first, maybe. 6 kills, better to the 8th Command Squad. Gunneries was the advancing captain and the rifleman. Troop ceiling reinforcing here. The sniper went down to the assault engineers. Oh, no. That is really bad for Nerbo. Great, though, for Dean, but bad for Nerbo. So, good piece of advice there. Watch your corners. Again, you can't see what might come around and murder your snipers in. Generally, try to keep clear lines of fire there, so you don't get surprised like Nerbo did. Tiny chance of getting a wipe here, but I would say overall statistically unlikely unless he gets some really good R&D with that low health. I mean, he might get some models, but not quite a lot. And there we go, Bulldog Sherman out. Got the takeoff from Nerbo, so good. To going up for the assault engineers. The rifle here versus the sniper. Oh, G43, what are you going to do? It's not the sniper, obviously. Thing is, though, for some reason, my mind at times, of course, they use the same sound, because they're both firing G43 sniper and they're going to use the G43s, and my times, my mind just goes, well, that's the sniper, obviously. But Nerbo is replacing the sniper, actually. He wants that sniper versus the American. There you go, 105mm Bulldog Sherman out. Note that roughly they had 2 of these per Sherman, I think, battalion. Roughly just this part support base when you dug in position likes. Fun little note there. Fun little note there. Overall, the roller was the same as Stu 42, which again is just deal with infantry and then quickly dug in positions, but blasting that with 105mm with a howitzer. Snowing up there, screened by the Grenadiers, very good. Parnies in Norfolk. He actually has mine swims up, so he's clearly worried about the mines now. Very good, very good. But he apparently just overlooked them. Hey Heinz, shouldn't we deal with those mines? Don't worry, someone else will take care of them. But there's the other pioneers. They'll arrive later. They stuck it out of Hitler Straße. And there we go, the pack counter just out of nowhere wipes a unit. Again, it may not do it, but it can always do it, but it can do it. Again, that's kind of why the pack cards is so nice, like just out of nowhere. You're not paying attention, just, randomly, just instant wipe. It's a bit annoying. But That is one of the reasons, again, why Pack Hunter is really nasty, particularly on a map like this, which you might notice it can actually cover a significant part of the map. Pack opening up the Sherman. Need to fall back before the captain and the assault needs cleared out. To do need repairs, and of course Nerbo's in need of infantry because he started just the Jaeger command squad and the Panzer Grenadiers. He's lost his Grenadiers by now. So that is not good for Nerbo. But he's got a lot to do. He's got to build up his armoured forces and hit back a Dean, and he needs more infantry and keep the tanks properly supported. 9 kills, halfway to that CC3. Panzer they grabbing the point here. Pack out of firing. It's a close one. And to tank away there for Dean, he's starting to worry about German armour. Timing should be right about that. No support core yet though here for Nerbo. Is he planning tier 4? That would be ridiculously ambitious, I would say, here by Nerbo. There goes into the mine and his own MD42 he lost previously there to Dean and the 4th Armoured. German going for it. Didn't quite hit, and there you go. Pack 4 lands a nice hit. We got reactions with the Sugas with the command squad. Another hit there. Ludwig blown to bits there by the Bulldozer Sherman. Need to get that support up. Schnell. Germany needs its Panzers. Keep sitting reinforcing here, and there goes support up here for Nerbo. You can easily go for Panzer 4s. Could also go for a bunch of Stugs. But considering the old situation, he's probably got at least 1 Panzer 4. Probably 2, and they can always back them up with Stugs later for whatever tank destroys Dean is likely going to respond to the Panzer 4s with. Sniper there, 9 kills already, so he needs to fall back here. Now the MD42 down the road goals, I think, do Nerbo a lot of good as long as he doesn't end up losing it like the first one. That was a bit awkward. Panzer they're good to go in a few moments. Closing in there, veteran feel ready, very good. Same here with the command squad. Riflemen being shredded. As they close in, there you go. Panzer was there advancing. Panzer on the way there for Nerbo. For the Deutsche Panzer there, go quickly wipe. And oh no, they get away with the tiniest levels of health. Also, Dean here making good use of the white phosphorus to bombard into Nerbo's base. Very sneaky, very nasty. Moving up there, misses the Panzer Grenadier for just a bit. In the south there, we got the 2 men to deal with the captain. Panzer Force almost done here. Jaeger command squad retreating. Sniper good to go there. Close to 2 Panzer, they almost wiped out, need to retreat. Close to 2 there on the pack howitzer, and there you go, double packs opening up. Panzer, they almost wiped out. Oh, scheiße. But they do manage in the south there to ride on the captain who did try to lay down the smoke screen. And there you go, Panzer 4, gefechtsbereit. Moving ahead to smash those Americans asunder. Panzers they're reinforcing halfway to the ace level. Jaeger command squad already there. Certainly very nice level of veterancy for them. Makes them very lethal. In particular, you can combine it with the ambush camouflage bonus. But he still needs more armor. And in the longer run needs more infantry to deal with the anti-tank guns. What are you doing now, Nerbo? What are you doing? Scheiße! He's trying to clear it out, I think, in this case, though. And then once he forces it to move, because it has to move, he's then going to be able to move away, I guess. But it's still kind of risky what he's doing. He got the anti-tank gun crew. Wow! Nerbo is playing a high-stakes game. He is risking it. I was trying to destroy it, but I think at this stage he's pushing his luck. Dean going for another bulldozer. Germany Panzer 40 to fall back. He's going to lose the bazookas here. Saying highlighting how he can push your luck too far. No. Ah! That was ridiculously close. That was way too close there for Nerbo. Needs to get the anti-tank guns away. He still needs more. He needs, again, more everything. Which is kind of the major issue right now for Nerbo. He just needs everything. He can't go for everything at the same time. Pack setting up here. Bullet Sherman's advancing. Doing heavy damage. At least one of the Shermans might be able to take it out. One pack crew there taken out. Sherman gets away. Fixing up the Panzer 4. He can go for another Panzer 4 now. Sniper there with 11 kills. Sherman opening up there in the pack 40. Need to build that second Sherman. Or Panzer IV, I mean. Panzer IV, there you go. Sniper at T2, Cap moving up. The rifle moving up. He's probably just doing it, I think, to deny. Nerbo, an easy way to recruit. Now go rifle grenade off. Ah, went too far, went too far. And there you go. Once the Sherman is disengaged, he pulls back the infantry that way. Then Nerbo can't grab the Pack 40 without risking losing, but at the same time, by that time, this German has pulled away. So now one ball's going to have to push ahead here. We got a bit of harassment in the south with the Panzer Grenadiers. Half-8 to Veteran 3 still. Now, once he's got 2 Panzer IVs, I definitely then recommend him just building up a larger infantry force here. More Panzer Grenadiers, I think, would be an optimal choice here for Nerbo and the 9th Panzer Division. Pack cars with 9 kills, Veteran 2. Sherman's being fixed up. Panzer was almost good to go long term. Nerbo would also benefit from more Pioneers. And obviously more Minesweepers on them. Grabbing the southern fuel point. There we go, more Pioneers from Nerbo. Pack out hammering away. Firing the heat rounds, which of course is just better than our regular Heitwurst rounds. Panzer the rest of the cap. We've got more troops. We're just going to have to retreat the Panzer Grenadiers. And there you go. Hit retreat. Wixug. Panzer moving ahead here. Nerbo again tries to strike here at the heart of Dean's darkness. There's the pack house here, but can't quite get close to it. Too many anti-tank weapons preventing him from doing it. Now he's going to have to use both Pioneers, of course, to repair it again. Pack 4 landing so good, hits it on the Sherman, very nice. For Nerbo, let's go for Dean. Panzer moving in, sniping at the rear echelons, but still got to keep the anti-tanking in mind. Back here, repairs, healing, all that going on. Needs to pull that Panzer 4 back before the M1 takes it out. Panzer going to be there close to Veteran 3. In this case, we should prioritise repairing one tank over the other, so at least that way get one back in the action fast. This is going to be, be a bit more messy. Mine's going down there for Dean, very good work. 198 versus 388. Bit of an issue there for Nerbo for sure. Definite priority though should now be just bringing up more infantry and maybe some machine guns. Sniper there with 16 kills, picking off Dean's men. Rifleman Resistance advancing across the open road here, taking fire, not quite hitting there. Jaeger commands with ambushing, 17 kills. Forcing around. Jaeger command squad right above the assault engineers. Fixing up the Panzer 4. Troops reinforcing healing up north Panzer to the right about the MD42. Seems like Nerbo forgot it was there. Soldiers are falling back. Get exposed. Sniper there slowly approaching Veteran 3 again. 2-2 next being repaired. And there you go, Pack 40 here. Oh, direct hit from the bulldozer Sherman. And white. About to destroy the Pack 40s, bringing in one Panzer 4. Other Pack 40 moving up. Needs to be careful. Needs to be careful. And goes going in. He's going for it. Nerbo's in the assault with his bazooka teams covering the flank. He's got room to back up. The Panzer 4s could risk losing them here if he exposes. 41 is down to half health. There we go. Almost got one. Almost got one. Calling in artillery here on the anti-tank. And there you go. One bullet Sherman is down. He could risk losing the Panzer 4 here. Anti-tank destroyed with the bazooka team. Other one here, assault is taking losses, but the anti-tank gun remains intact. Panzer 4 survives. We could see the bazooka team go down, but he might lose a Panzer 4 nonetheless. Jack's on the way there for Dean. Where was the infantry? The infantry was back at base. It's definitely a mistake. There were Nerbo who struggled, I think, to push up. They forgot to bring up the infantry. That can certainly happen at times. You launch that big assault and then you forgot, oh, scheisse, I forgot to bring the infantry. But that's actually quite crucial. Had he been able to bring up the infantry, the anti-tank gun teams that would have been gone, he might be able to push harder here still. Nerbo there launches a vicious dagger blow there. Nerbo does some damage, but he's still going to need to quickly fix up his stuff. And he's going to need more infantry. He's down to just still 2. He's got manpower to spare, so I definitely recommend going for that. More panzer grenadiers would help out. Even just grenadiers could be good. Machine gun bolts would be of help. But so far, Nerbo is just floating manpower in a moment where I really feel like he cannot afford to float it. He's at 104. There we go. Pioneers, third squad on the way there, plus an MU-42. I feel like Triple Pioneers might be pushing his luck at the moment when his opponent still has plenty of infantry. Like, if he'd been able to get us some good wipes at this stage against Nerbo or Dean, he probably could go for more Pioneers, but at the current, timing, I feel like he needs more actual combat troops that can really sort of fight what Dean's got against him. Of course, it does help repair his tanks faster. So there's that. I imagine he'll be going for a 3rd Panther Force soon. At least he's bringing out a machine gun to help control some all of Dean's infantry. So there you go. That Panther 4 bomb is very close to 2. That is definitely great there for Nerbo. Sniper at the ace level again. So that's 2 ace snipers here for Nerbo this fight so far. None too shabby. 20 kills there and 9 kills. He's been able to, I think, use the Panzers very effectively at times. I mean, if you do know how to use the Panzers, they can be incredibly effective. In particular with German infantry, the support pack, for example, mark target ability is really good with the Panzer Grenadiers. If you do struggle a bit with sort of making full use of the Panzer Grenadiers, you can find them not doing as well as you want to. But there you go, Panther Force North with a machine gun there, bold move, but at this stage it's quite clear Nerbo needs bold moves, he's not, reckless moves. This could risk being it, but there's no chances he's getting lucky this time around, but he could have lost the Panther squad there if there had been another mine. So again, something to mind of. Panther Force, there you go, getting pursued now here. Bulldozer Sherman Jack's moving up there, he's going to have to take a safer path here. I mean, again, Dean has been mining very thoroughly here. The other Panther 4 is moving up to support Pack 40 as well here. Shot bounced. Missed. Grabbing the point here, grabbing the point there. Being pushed off. There you go, Pack 4 moving in. There you go, getting the Bulldozer Sherman. Pack 40 moving up as well here. Could take it down to half of. There you go, Reason's flanking the Pack 40 here. Almost got the Sherman. He's going to go for it, I think. No to support here again. He is super short in infantry. It is really limiting, I feel like, Nerbo's capability at times versus Dean, meaning he can't really exploit as much as he wants to either against Dean because, again, he lacks the infantry and the support. Those pushes. Bazooka team taking heavy loss. We got artillery called in there. Panther need to keep moving. Oh, scheiße. He's caught in a traffic jam. He's not moving fast enough. My God. Oh, he got lucky there. The artillery was very much off mark. Jackson takes out the Panther 4 here. Nerbo punished for not particularly well moved move. He's down to 39 here versus Dean. Needs to get troops out there. Now, this is eventually 2 Panther, I guess, is alive, but that's about it. Can be really said about Nerbo at the moment. All the Sherman there being repaired. Another Panther 4 on the way. Need to get on those victory points. Need to grab all that map. Nerbo, forwards. As for them, they've been doing reasonably well there, deflecting and dealing with Nerbo's attacks. A few slip-ups here and there, but overall, obviously, he's been able to contain him very well and take advantage of his mistakes. Jackson on the move for Dean. Packard's away its ace level, find more heat rounds. Two need repairs. Heading here with machine gun, very good. Pushing victory points as always. Sniper there with 26 kill points moving up there, gaining the ace level finally, but he's out in negative cover. There's a lot of troops with BARs, that's obviously less than amazing again. Nerbo needs to work in using his Panther Grenadiers better. Panther moving up here. Oh, good bomb grenade there. Another Panther 4 with 25 points left here. The situation is looking pretty grim here for Nerbo. Dean is certainly looking in a strong position. Jackson lands an IC on the Panther 4. Panther 4 moving up, second Panther 4 captain under heavy fire, getting suppressed. Pioneers rider from the centre, got lightly going to take out. We got Ace assault units out there as well. Jackson moving in, Panther 4 moving up. Panther 4 down to half health. Captain survives mostly. All of that being hurled against him. Boulder Sherman hanging about 7 kills. Virtually 2 in the south. We got Pioneers versus the MG42 there, which Dean is holding down south. Heavy hits in the Panzer IV from both Jackson and Sherman. And the anti-tank gun there. Tank 40 is moving up. Likely going to take an out here. Panzer IV escapes. Pioneer's not repairing the tanks. Things are starting to look a bit, well, decently grim here for Nerbo. I mean, it's already looking grim, but somehow things are looking grimmer. Rifle grenade off there. The command squad, they're almost taking out the anti-tank guns, and full weapon the command squad looking just with the panzer gun is now as the only infantry unit Nerbo's left. He can replace the command squad, obviously. Should, but the question is, does Nerbo have the strength left to keep this up versus Dean? I mean, in some ways they sort of got roughly the same force. It's just Dean's, I feel, composition is much stronger, whereas Nerbo's largely composed of pioneers. Dean's got plenty of infantry. I mean, obviously part of that is just he doesn't need, stuff like that to repair tanks and all that, whereas Nerbo needs pioneers to that, so he has to fill up essentially with a lot more, less than great manpower or population cost-wise, units. Comes to the need to retreat. Now about 34 kills. Pack 4 being pursued. 20 to 2 at ace level. 7 kills. 19. 17. Sniper there being murdered. Panzer IV blitzing in, but it's too late. There we go. About to go down, I think. Close to the ace level, but something tells me Nerbo's Panzer IV is never going to get that far. There we go, Bazooka team appears into the house there, the wreckage. 5 points. 2 points. And that is GG. Game over here, loss for Nerbo, a victory for America, freedom, democracy, a brutal fight here. Nerbo was able to recover nicely from a weak start, but the problem was overall he just sort of struggled there again. He overall, I feel like, made what you'd overall call a weak opening versus the Americans. You don't want that kind of sniper opening there. In addition, I feel like didn't quite make full use of resources at times. Got 2 overfooks in the center, forgot about the rest of the map at times as well. And losing that machine gun early on did not do him a lot of favors. He was able to recover, but again, he never quite, overcame some of the issues, the structural issues with the strategy. He sort of struggled with sufficient infantry to fight at times here versus Dean and the pack out unit. So while Nerbo, I think, made some really good moves at the time, he made some great pushes against, Dean, forcing him into the defense, but at the same time, he just couldn't really hold on to the longer run. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell your friends, tell your family, but don't tell your enemies. And if you like what you do, you can donate or pledge on Patreon. Links are in the video description. This is Imperial Dancing. Cheers. Thank you for watching. All of one for audience. Hope to see you tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.